Beginning of turn 7, and we're in kind of a stalemate position here. Got a couple big stacks. E's got the only remaining stack of white units. And if he takes that into Siberia, the red players could conceivably call the game if they have enough Politburo points. They don't. Nobody's got the preponderance there, though. On the other hand, I think B has... Yeah, B and F both have decent-sized stacks of red units. If they could combine them, which they cannot, except through purges, they would be able to do some serious damage to E. The one thing that might is the Polish army. The Finnish army is probably too weak at this point, and those white units are going to stay out of the places that could hurt them, like the Ukraine or the Baltics. Not that there's a lot in either of them. Baltics has more. The whites are going to try to pick up some of their additional troops to increase their stack, because their strength is not very good right now. So if somebody gets the jump on them, they probably lose. Let's look at the points. So A has, I think, no board presence left, and 33 red points, 6 white. I don't think they can possibly win. B has a strong board presence for red, 42 red, 22 white, plus 5 in either direction for holding the Tsar, which means right now they're winning with red. They're not winning with white. If it changes where they're going to win with white, they'll just send they might just send the Tsar off and try to kill off the reds. That's going to be tricky, though. They don't have any white forces left. C, no more pieces left, 22 white points. They're out of the game and definite losers. D, 41 red. They're still in the game. A lot of Politburo points, which might be able to get them a purge to weaken B. And they also have a few units left, but it's not much. They've got four big strength points left. On the other hand, they're holding the Ukraine and the Baltic, which can provide them with some protection if they choose to hide there. E, 20-36. E wants white to win. It's that simple. Right now, if E can get white to win, they win. It's a long shot. They have nothing in their favor right now, but you can never tell. They might be able to get themselves in a position where maybe nothing can really happen. Well, there's always the possibility. I mean, eventually the game will end simply through disease. Those disease tables will remove the largest piece, largest combat unit from any stack. So, in the territories that they come in. So, the game cannot last forever. Finally, F probably cannot win with red. They definitely cannot win with white. But they do have a powerful stack sitting near Vladivostok. They might be able to get the blue points off that. And they have the Polish army, which maybe if it wipes out those white pieces is enough to push them over. We'll see. Beginning of turn 8. I didn't calculate new victory points for this. There have been some changes, however. The Poles marched down and took out D's red faction. So now D has no troops on the board. E collected some green points, and pretty much red is being held by F and B at this point as the only people with troops on the board. There wasn't a purge, and there's sort of a deal of trying to purge against B, where, who was it? A, D, and F all cut a deal where they would be allowed. Well, D would not get anything if the purge succeeded. Purge failed. Counter purge. B chose not to take it because their odds were too low against the best person they could hit, which was D. Right now, F only has a 2-point leader. We could see. Which means nothing can succeed unless it's at least on the 11 to 20 chart for them. And against B, all you could gain, because all they have is Trotsky and the Tsar and some troops. All that could succeed there would be to move a Politburo marker off of B. They'll probably keep continuing in the hopes of that, but that's about it. Continuing to turn 8. No, 9. Beginning of 9. A little bit changed. Pretty much E went up and grabbed the biggest white unit. The Reds went and wiped out the rest of the white units. White Russia gave up. They're willing to accept whatever happens. As far as I can see, what's really happened here is Poland's won. And maybe Japan. We'll see what happens, but at this point we're kind of at a stalemate waiting for the roll that knocks somebody out. It's much more likely the Reds are going to win, but there aren't a lot of good things to happen. There's still the green units to hunt. They're probably the next thing to go. We'll see. So anybody who noticed E was the only white units over in Trebelinsk, they probably, that was me cheating. The game should have been over when they made that mistake. We're going to ignore that for now, just because, you know, I missed it at the time. And all right, so what happened? B went in, wiped out the Ukrainians, and we ended up in a situation where I need to do this. 12, 2-1 on the Tsar. 4. That's going to be an exchange. What happened was there was a disease event there. So that's going to be an exchange. So we've got F is going to get kill Trotsky. And that. And I believe the Tsar is actually left alone. So let me see where these guys were. They were in Orenburg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So I'm going to grab the Tsar with the F units. That's going to give enough forces to definitely threaten E, but they can't bring them anywhere. So right now we're still in a stalemate position. Okay, sorry about that.